Ecclesiasticus chapter 36. Have mercy upon us, O Lord God of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power. As thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us, and let them know thee, as we have known thee, that there is no God but only thou, O God. Shew new signs, and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Raise up indignation, and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary, and destroy the enemy. Make the time short. Remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. Smite in sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen, that say, there is none other but we. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together, and inherit thou them, as from the beginning. O Lord, have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name, and upon Israel, whom thou hast named thy firstborn. O be merciful unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest. Fill Zion with thine unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory. Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name. Reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful. O Lord, hear the prayer of thy servants, according to the blessing of Aaron over thy people, that all they which dwell upon the earth may know that thou art the Lord, the eternal God. In Yahweh's holy name we pray. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Today's class. Deuteronomy 28:68 is about the curses for disobedience and not about the fake Atlantic slave trade.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Giving our praises to the Most High and the Son, Yahweh. You're going to find out we all been on that journey on these ships. Some of them to corruption and some of them to spiritual rebirth. And you'll find out which ship you are on today. And there won't be no slave ships. I know a lot of time people hear this and it offends them because it doesn't agree with what they've been told or taught or heard.
Bring it out.
When you say we should be singing a new song, we still singing them old songs. Give me that, I want to, peoples are more likely to believe false information. I want to show you why. You know, and you get these, you have to pray for these Israelites out there, man, or these people that all they know, they're going to come like wild beast dogs and attack. They don't care about the information. They want things to stay the same. So we have to understand, for us to continue on this journey, we have to continue building our knowledge and understanding how the Messiah is rebuilding us, retooling us to be better. But we'll find out about these ships today. But read this out.
People are more likely to believe false information after repeatedly being exposed to it.
See, if you hear something, you're going to agree with it after a while.
That's right.
You're not even going to question it. How many of us questioned anything before we found out about the truth?
Bring it out.
We didn't question nothing. We took that journey and was destroyed spiritually. But read.
This happens because familiarity passed down lies through relatives of a fake history they only learn through their enemies. Lies make it easier to process, and our brains tend to associate that ease of processing with truthfulness. Lies that are blended with truth, the Bible, nationality, history, places, and a time, or half-truths can be particularly effective at creating this illusion because they feel closer to reality. How the illusory truth affects works. The more times a statement is heard or read, the more familiar it becomes true.
How long they've been processing Now they processing people with Halloween. You see it where at your jobs, you see it in the state houses, you see it in the courthouses, you'll see it at people's houses. So they constantly bombarding you with false information, wicked doctrines. And what do? We follow.
That's right.
You know, we are people that follow. We follow bad things. We've been doing this all our lives.
That's right.
Why do you think so many people get into trouble? You know, just like they give us the gangs, how did they process that throughout so it'll spread throughout the country? With movies, television, the pimp players and hustlers, the Nino Browns, the constantly bombarding us with the slave movies. How many of us question any of these things?
Bring it out.
We don't question anything, man. We accept it, and it gets into our blood system, and we live it. And just like these Israelites are living something about a slave ship. But I got another one for that one too. Go ahead and finish reading that.
The brain processes familiar information, TV, school, media, newspaper, radio, and internet more quickly and easily. A concept called processing fluency.
Why don't you pick up a book and read on your own? Why don't you search for some outside the box? Because when you come into truth, we all had that idea came over here on slave ships through the movies. We never questioned, man. Nobody ever, and you'll get some idiot talking, man, my Uncle Pete was a slave back in North Carolina. Come on, man. Nobody knows nobody was a slave in their families. Why? Oh, they sold us all. Come on, man. That's all television, all passed down lies. But read.
We have a natural tendency to believe that information that is easy to process is accurate.
What you don't heard before, what you don't seen before. Read.
If it was initially identified as false, lies that are mixed with true information can seem more plausible, making them harder to identify as false. The effect is a powerful tool for political propaganda, where repeated claims can lead people to believe false narrative even after evidence and proof contradicts them.
See, you're starting to hear about this. Wow. You're starting to see things that you probably question. You know, why is it so much hate in here? Because that's something that is taught. These things that are passed down, well, my mama was, my family, and these so-called white folks, they just as dumb as the so-called black people.
Bring it out.
They run around here with a Confederate flag, not even understanding this was established by black people. So when they running around here talking about racism, I'm going to show you in the future class, they was the main slaves here, indentured servants here. See, they thinking they run back. Their history is rich. Their history is poor as hell. See, but nobody want to answer this because I seen some person put up a picture of somebody out in the cotton field at 1940. Do you got that picture? Did I send you that picture with the dude out in the cotton field?
Yes, sir.
Pull that up right quick. Let me show you an actual picture. That's what you got right there. See, this is what they don't want to hear. That's the so-called white man. Wait, that's 1936.
Alabama sharecropper.
See, the information is what destroys us. That's what divides us. We don't want to accept truth. We want to continue. And a lot of y'all use y'all social media to pass lies. You have to understand you hitting here in the truth. You have to stand on the foundation of the truth. You can't be helping past the lies. That means that your spirit is contrived.
That's right.
You trying to serve the Lord and the devil too.
That's right.
You trying to serve the Lord and yourself.
That's right.
Read.
It can cause people to believe misinformation that is spread online or through other media, even if they have doubts. Individuals can use the tactic of admitting to these lies as small, insignificant mistakes to appear more trustworthy, making it easier to conceal larger lies.
See all it is? The same old thing. The main one thing we should be asking, who in our family was a slave?
Yes, sir.
And what plantation? Give me that picture about plantation. Yeah, the place, that other picture. Yeah, that's it. Just make it a little bigger. Make it a little bit bigger. What did that say right there?
In a moment, you will hear the 911 caller fall.
No, on the building.
Right here. No.
Ashbury Plantation.
Hold up. They made you thinking that this is a community. See, they made us think that a plantation was a place where a person went to work to get paid. Yeah, they might have you housing there because guess what? You don't travel a long way. So them slave houses, they talking about slave houses, them wasn't slave houses, man. They just give us a narrative, just like they'll tell you they go on the coast of Africa and you'll see these places where there was no place of return. Those was army forts. Why was they built like that? Why didn't they have them like animals out there with just fences around? And then when they got to America, where are the places that they stored them? None but lies. And we love lies. That's why we struggle.
Yes, sir.
Let's get this next one, man. No history of the Atlantic slave trade in Africa. Why don't they have something in Africa? Why don't they have we're going to go through the list, man. I was just sitting there thinking. I'm just thinking of things to type. Let's read this.
No history of the Atlantic slave trade in Africa. No movies about the Atlantic slave trade made in Africa.
Why? Why they don't have a movie over there? Why don't them different countries over there have a movie about how the slaves was captured and taken out their land over there? Because they don't even teach this in Africa. See, it's only taught here in America. It's only to see a slave is just someone that's lack of knowledge, that's in bondage, that believes the lies that they've been taught. But read.
No steamships until 1880. Only sailboats.
Hold up. How long does it take for a sailboat to sail from Africa to America? You got 300 to 400 slaves on here. But read.
Not one book in Africa about the Atlantic slave trade.
Why we don't have no books over there about it? You don't have no books over here unless in these old plagiarism books that they make up. This garbage that they make up over here that you'll see in the year 2000 and something, 1990. You're not going to find nothing in the 1700s, the 1800s. You're not going to find these kind of books in universities. But read.
No paperwork or documentation for so-called slaves if American companies had insurance on the merchandise.
So if they had insurance on these slaves, why don't these banks, Wells Fargo's and all these other entities have paperwork on these things? We just believe narratives, man. Right. And this is what's wrong with a lot of these Israelites. You're gonna find out a lot of these elders, man, they sick too.
Right.
It tells you about that in Isaiah, man. But read.
No famous captain or crew.
Why we don't have a captain writing about how he made voyages with these slaves and what they went through? I'm trying to get this out your head because some of you don't understand the slave ships represent a church, a journey that you own. But read.
How much water was used in one ship crossing? And where did they store it? Or did they use bottled water?
Hold up. Did they use bottled water back then? You know, I got to throw a joke in there. Ask these scholars or these Hebrew Israelites, how many gallons of water did they have on these ships other than giving me a picture of a ship with some bodies laying in it? Oh, that was on cargo ships. Cargo ships mostly had, motors. Oh, they had motors before the 1880? See, this is how you dumb down the people.
That's right.
By having a bunch of ignorant folks around you, man, telling you lies. But read.
What food did they eat and how did they cook it for 300 to 400 people? And where did they store it?
Hold up. What food did they eat? Oh, they was feeding them carrots. Where did they get all this food from? And who supplied it? Why we don't have records of these things?
Bring it out.
We just find an image of a ship. That's all you have is one image of a. All you have is a painted picture, a cartoon show.
Right. Right.
Come on now.
This is sickening to me.
Yeah, it is.
This is all you have right here. And how you had a sailboat. All you give you is cartoon pictures, man. Why don't they show? Now, what's at the bottom of that? You know, is that where the food is? How did that food last that long, man, without getting spoiled and rotten? See, they ain't have no way of storing anything. You know, one of the worst things on a ship out in the ocean is running out of water.
Right. Yes, sir. That's right.
You can't drink salt water. And I want to know, where was they cooking stations at? And how did you cook for 300 people on a ship, 400 people on a ship, if you had them packed like sardines? But read,
if they were naked, what kept them warm in the winter?
Hold up. If they was naked, what kept them warm in the winter? Blankets?
Teach.
So they came on this ship naked. They stripped them of all their clothes. Now they're on a ship. And they traveling across the ocean. This just doesn't make any sense. But read.
And who made their clothes or shoes in America?
So what industry was sitting here making clothes and shoes in America when they really had clothes and shoes?
Bring it out.
We don't ask no questions, man. See, the narrative is very small. When you start asking questions, it get very broad. And this is what pissed people off.
That's right.
But read.
Were there a doctor on the ship?
Hold up. We got sick peoples. We're a doctor on the ship, or we just all had dumb shipmates. You know, retarded crews. But read.
Did the woman just bleed during that time of the month? What did they do to help, and who cleaned up the blood or help when they gave birth?
Hold up. So we ain't hearing nothing about this, so they just dropping babies on here. This just don't make no sense, man. I'm gonna tell you something. This is really retardation.
That's right.
This is really retardation for these peoples to run around here, keep running around here, and the Lord keep punching them in the mouth, and they don't want to hear it. And you got this GMS, man, they want to take a clip of a video, man. And let me tell you something, them brothers, they're really on the little short bus. But read.
What did the children do all day?
Hold up. What did they do all day? Come on now. What did they do for 2, 3, 4 months sometimes? It just doesn't make sense, do it? But read.
3 to 4 month journey. How?
Hold up. 3 to 4 month journey? How? How did you keep people from, what did you do? Food, water. You think about this. This is pure sickness for our people to accept this. But read.
Where did they use the restroom? And did they have toilet paper?
Hold up, man. Come on now. They walking around with dry boo-boo everywhere. We're going to find out about this, too. You know, that stuff is very toxic.
Yeah, you can die.
So, you tell me they's on the ship pissing and taking poops underneath there? Stomach bad, sick, throwing up. What do they do? Go out there and dump and got some ocean water and threw down there? They really gonna cause the infections to grow faster. But you got these Israelites out there. How do we get to America on ships? Of course, people traveled on ships back then. But you idiots, they didn't travel on here naked. What did they do in the wintertime, man, when they ain't got no clothes? Did they have that many blankets? Where was the blanket department? I hope they had some blankets like they have in the hospital where they warm, man. And why would you and who wipes these blankets once they got to shore? Because you got to do some cleaning, don't you? What was the port where they cleaned these and disinfected these ships? And keep reading.
How did they take baths, and did they have soap?
Hold up. How did they take baths? So you got these people on the ship for 3 to 4 months. They ain't taking no baths. And there's no deodorant. Come on, man. Somebody wish they would have had sinuses. This showing you how, let me tell you something, man. And it's not to knock on people, but the higher you see them go through these systems, the dumber they are. They believe what the system feeds them. They believe what Trump doing, man. They believe what Congress in there doing. But read.
In the months between August and November, did they travel knowing that time was hurricane season?
Hold up. So they out there, they come here. Why we never read about a great hurricane killing 500 slaves and their crew? See, what you understanding, the information you had was narrow. The Lord is making it broad now. So you can question this thing, man. And you have to pray for these Israelites, man, that coming on want to defend this. But read.
Who built the ships and what was the company name?
Give me a company name that was building these ships, man. They can't give you these things. They can't give you nothing. Who hired these peoples and what was their names? Read.
And where are all the ships?
Well, we can't find one ship. Well, they'll tell you we had the Clotilda, man. It was at the bottom of a river in Atlanta and somewhere over there, man. And they went down in the water and brung up a piece of rotten wood. You Negroes sell out on anything, man. And see, one thing that a lot of people want to do, they want to affiliate themselves with Africans when Africans don't even like you.
Bring it out. Talk about it.
You know how bad they treat you over there when you going over there talking about you home at the motherland? Y'all don't know nothing, man. See, the thing is, some of these Israelites, they ain't even been out their zip code. They know everything.
Man, bring it out.
Read on, Doc.
And why no one know of a former slave in their family?
Why nobody got Cousin Pete on their fireplace, man? Why? And let me tell you something. When you're digging through their information, it cuts off at 1865. Yeah. I can prove this to you. It cuts off at 1865. They don't want nobody knowing who kin to who. Who controls the internet? They do. But you got to be able to see through their lies. And you got to be able to think outside the box. See, and you know, what's slavery? Bondage, right? Is they got us in change? Or is your mind still locked down? It's just your mind. That controls your thought. How you thinking all the slaves gets up in the morning and go to work? Master don't even have to pull out a whip. They just get up, their long cut, brushing their teeth, they running to work. Why? Because they want they guard that dollar. Read,
And why did they then have white and black indentured servants in America? And why would they need slaves?
Why would you need slaves when you're bringing the peoples out of out of over there, Asia Minor, man? When you're bringing the peoples out of Great Britain, Ireland, forcible. Why would you need some slaves? And who was the English? Who translated the African? So you pulling out all these Africans out of all these different countries. How many translators did you have? It just doesn't make sense, do it? It makes you feel real stupid. Why don't the Ethiopians claim any of the peoples here? Why don't the people from Nigeria claim anybody here? Why don't anybody from Igbo claim anybody here?
Bring it out.
Nobody in Africa claiming nobody?
Man.
This is just too, man. I'm going to tell you something, man. When you really sit down and think about this, we were stupid.
Yes, sir. Bring it out. Yes, sir.
They gave us a narrative and they gave us no proof, no books, no nothing. They'll give you a little bit in school. But read.
Why the lie?
Why? Why this big lie? It's to keep you in bondage.
Right.
Why are you always getting the slave movies? To keep you thinking that you was a former slave. To keep you thinking that somebody was raping your grandmother. To keep you thinking 100 years of lynching, what happened to the other 300? They was on vacation? It's just not making no sense, man. All this is to put fear in you.
Right.
I'm going to tell you like this. If Massa would have came on my daddy's house, they would have had to come pick Massa brains up off the ground. I can promise you this. We was in Mississippi. They wouldn't have dared touched him. I know. Let him touch one of his children. See, all this movie stuff, television, they go pick out some. They would just hate over here, man, race. That's what the media does. It continue feeding that fear, it continue feeding that narrative that they want to continue pushing, that divide and conquer. Read on.
We are awakened to your lies.
See, when you awaken to their lies, you start to understand, man, something ain't right about that.
That's right.
Where all the changes that they had that they was locking us up? You can go to a museum and see some modified stuff.
Yes, sir.
And I had one Israelite, man, you need to go to the museum in Washington. Man, I had got so far up the phone, I thought that they were gonna charge me because I was finna choke him out. I was going to be wireless coming to get him. Give me this other one. Britain white slaves in America. We're just gonna read the first part, man. And let me show you. They gave you the same narrative that was happening to these black Europeans and these white Europeans. But read this.
Britain's white slaves in America.
See, they don't see these Israelites, man. They don't do nothing. They can't. How did they get over here? Jets? I mean, that was a form of travel back then? But read.
The term Britain's white slave in America refers to the forced labor of thousands of Europeans, primarily Britons, in the 17th and 18th century in the American colonies. These individuals were often victims of kidnapping.
Hold up! They was kidnapping? Why we don't hear about this? Read.
Deception.
Hold up. It was deception? Read.
Or were transported as convicts or urchins and subject to brutal conditions similar to those of chattel slavery.
That's all we need on. The other one I don't highlight it, but hold up. They was getting the same thing. See, because they always gonna add that in there, a form of slave for slavery. See, they always gonna add in there, but see, this is indentured servants. See, they just changed the narrative up, man, and made America think that black people came on slave ships. And they can't find one slave ship. Not one. And don't come up telling me about a piece of log they found in some water. You idiot. Won't you go look down there yourself? It's all, and then, they televise it. They want to make everybody think, hey, man, these people were treated. Now, let me tell you something. They just robbed you of knowledge. Isaiah 40:1. They don't rob you of self. You can't even think for yourself because you got someone else telling you what to think every day.
That's right.
Every day you wake up, man, somebody telling you what you think, what you got to do. But you know what? You don't even think. You just get up and do it.
That's right.
You don't even think. You don't need to think. They think for you.
Okay.
But what they gonna do? I'm gonna set my blade up here today, man. See, cause as soon as somebody in here jump, I might put them out their misery, man. Talking about coming up here telling me about something they don't even know. We're going to find out all this, man. Read this right quick.
Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 1. Comfort ye.
Comfort ye, man. What do we need, man? What's the most things we need? We need to be comfort, man. We need to know the truth to the whole matter. We don't need to be still running around here, going out on these street corners, telling people that we came over here. They spreading their lies just like the television.
Bring it out.
But read.
Ye my people, saith your God.
Read on.
Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem.
Tell them the truth, man. Spit the truth of the word, man. Tell them what the Bible really is about. It's not about these fairy tales and this stuff. You got the rape doctrine, the chip doctrine. You got the salsa doctrine, the cherry doctrine. You got all this crazy stuff, and no one is building the spirits of the peoples up.
That's right.
Read.
And cry unto her.
And do what?
Cry unto her.
Your time of suffering is over and sin is forgiven. We're nobody teaching the peoples about these things. It's time for the nations to raise up, man, and start taking responsibility for their actions. Won't y'all think about that? I am in control of myself now.
That's right.
I'm in control of myself. I need to think for myself. You need to stop letting this television and these stop listening to so many people, man, because they rob.
That's right.
Read.
That her warfare is accomplished.
Your exile is a complete, man. You have an invitation to the marriage. See, but some people don't want that invitation. They still want a battle.
Man.
But read.
that her iniquity is pardoned.
Keep reading.
For she had received of the Lord's hand double for all her sins.
Fulfilling your plan and for his chastisement. See, a lot of people still want to be in there getting their tail spanked. You thinking these people? I just seen somebody, 61-year-old lady, man, let her granddaughter come in there, 27. Granddaughter don't kill the grandmother. Gotta be careful, man. I keep telling some people like, man, that's blood, man. But tell you something, only blood is gonna be your blood.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You gotta be careful. That's family, man. Hold up.
That's right.
I'll be in there sleeping with one eye open. The eye be looking around the room and stuff. I'm telling you, man. Hey, this thing is getting out of hand, man. Y'all don't, truck driver, I think in Atlanta, I don't know what happened. Runs into kill 8 people on the highway. Count your blessings. You here today.
That's right. That's right.
See, you've been thinking you in control. No, you have to understand who is in control of these spirits. But read.
The voice of him that crieth in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord.
It's John the Baptist, man, but these are his prophets, man. They prepare you the way of the Lord. They're going to teach you righteousness. They're going to teach you about building your mind back up and overcoming your thoughts. See, you don't even think. Your thoughts take over. These sisters going to somewhere where they're clothing or somewhere where some shiny stuff, they just picking it up, putting it in the basket. They don't think. And you guys, some of the stuff y'all do, y'all still want to be boys.
Bring it out.
You got to step up. It's time for, when you was a child, you was in that bondage. Now you're a man in the spirit. You're supposed to raise up and start acting like one.
Bring it out. Right.
Can't continue doing the same things. Year to year, you should see improvements in your life. When you ain't seeing improvement, you're not walking with the Messiah. See, a lot of people don't understand this. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm starting to see something even more. This thing here, it's really easy. All it is just children that need the mind. See, but the children's hard here. That's why you got the world out there. But read,
make straight in the desert a highway for our God.
Make straight, prepare the hearts to Yah, man, by removing the obstacles and distractions. We got to take all these lies, man, and teach you the truth. This is all we doing is teaching you the truth.
Right.
These are the obstacles and the distraction that you're dealing with. A lot of you are dealing with a lot of things. Your past. See, some people thinking cancer is a passed down generational curse. No, it ain't. They just still doing the same thing grandma did.
That's right.
All they got to do is change that. Let me tell you something. You got to change your diet, man.
That's right.
That crack be calling us, that food, man, certain things. That sugar, man. I remember the first time I ate sugar, it was on pass some syrup, man. My eyes got, what the heck? They introduced it to us.
That's facts.
And I'm going to tell you something. Stop trying to eat sugar and see how you act like Pookie. I'm just telling you the truth. Read up.
Every valley shall be exalted.
Every valley, man. Lifting up the spirits, of the humble and lowly by fulfilling that spiritual void in their life. A lot of you got a spiritual void in your life. A lot of you don't take this truth serious. That's one of your biggest issues. Every time somebody don't take this truth serious, you see them gone. You got to come in here, man, and this here is fighting for your life. Right. This here is the hospital. You don't go to the hospital to die, do you? How many people went? They went there because they was looking for some service. Man. You come into the building looking for some service, right, and you get it and you reject it because it doesn't go with the diet that you've been eating.
Bring it out.
Read.
And every mountain and hill shall be made low.
The proud man and self-righteous man, they're going to be humble too. Because guess what? The truth is going to continue to punch him in the mouth. Because everybody knows out here that, see, the people that are dead, they know it wasn't nobody came over here on slave ships. But see, they can't speak. It takes somebody to go back and research and dig. See, a lot of us, a lot of these brothers in these camps, they don't want to do nothing. They want to be seen of men. They want to run around here tooting their own horn. That's all it is. See, you ain't never been nothing in the world. Now you get in the truth, you want 3 wives like you somebody.
That part. That part.
Bring it out.
Talk about it.
See, I know I'm not liked in the movement, man, because I tell the truth. See, boys trying to play men's.
Man.
That's all it is. They ain't recognizing, man, the urgency of some of them sisters. Some of them sisters just as sick as these brothers.
Man.
Because I don't understand how a sister have a brother telling her to go get smashed by a white dude and they still with you. And he out on the corner calling the man the devil. Hypocrites. Read.
And the crooked shall be made straight,
Aligning the peoples with Yah's will. Read.
and the rough places plain.
To bring peace, man, order, and a clear way for his glory to be received. So all of these things we doing, we set things back in order. It takes time, man. It's hard too. Sometimes you be like, why do people won't accept the truth? Because they don't want it.
Right.
They'd rather be on Facebook, man, trying to be like a Facebook fool, passing false information. They do it every week. And you see the sisters, it's so many single sisters, man. That's why you see every sister should have their husband on their page. A sister that's letting the people know we putting things back together. Why are you thinking you got so many of these sisters? Sisters got that same spirit. You always seeing them, they got their best pose. But see, I go through there and see, you can do the picture now, you can make a move. I'm going through their brain. The devil. Crazy.
Yeah.
Angry.
Yeah.
Hatred. Malice in their heart. See, I go through there and peel that cover back. See, you want to just see that narrative they giving you. But read.
And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed.
Yah's power, his holiness, man, and his presence will be fully manifested to everyone. They're not doing these things, man. They're hooked on a narrative about a white man.
That's right.
It's nobody white. See, they hooked on something, man. They hooked on phonics and they can't get off.
Man.
And it starts with their elders. They must don't read Proverbs 29 and 12. They don't read their Bible because wicked men honor wicked men. That's what goes on. Christ said there was no honor amongst his peoples. They hated him for teaching them the truth. Read.
And all flesh shall see it together.
All of them, man. All of them going to see your glory revealed and seen by all nations. Every nation going to see it. And it's going to come through us, working like ants, working together, fulfilling his mission, doing his will here on the planet. This is what separates us. You see these guys, they don't have nothing else but a corner show. That's it. That's a weak diet, ain't it? That's just like eating lettuce every day. Read on.
For the mouth of the Lord had spoken it.
This word speaks it to us. And we have to believe it. Give me John 17:17. This word speaks it to us. And the thing is, a lot of times people don't understand, man. You're trying to teach your people, man, but your people's hard-headed.
That's right.
Some of them you got to crack their walnut open, man, and go in there and tinkle with their brains. Because the system don't tinkle with it.
Right.
How did it do it? With the lies, the deceptions, the drugs, the alcohol, the weed. This how I tinkle with your system. So you done something about, I popped a molly, yeah, and you ate half your brains up. That's what these drugs, yeah. That's why you're going through it. And then the first thing, I'm going to tell you, the first thing they're going to do is come out running, man. And this is slave ships. And ask them if they ever seen one. See, that'll piss them off. See, some of them jumped into the frying pan this week and I felt like playing. They stopped even commenting. Because I read them their rights. But read,
St. John chapter 17 and verse 17. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is true.
Making them think, man. Making things pure and holy to them. Making things pure and holy to them. We got to take these ships because, you know, we on these ships today.
Right.
We clawing at each other, man. We hating on each other. There's no love. Ask the camp to show some love. Well, we having unity camps for what? It's not unity. That lets you know that they don't even know what they doing. They just getting together like the Bloods and the Crips.
Yep.
Ain't no unity in these things, man. Them guys won't even be speaking to each other soon. Give me 2 Corinthians 13:1. See, I wanted to set it up so you can't go back and say, man, you didn't bring that out. Read this out.
2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 1. This is the third time I am coming to you. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established.
How do you establish this Deuteronomy 28 and 68 without any other information to go with it in the Bible?
Bring it out, man.
You see how simple these peoples are, man? You see how easy it is to deceive people? Do you see this thing? They can't even precept it. They just give you one precept and tell you to eat it. If you don't, you're not in the truth. Whatever they be saying. Because I don't follow that garbage they be doing. And if you see them, they going out, man. And let me tell you something. People are raising up. See, when they first came out, the doctrine was new. But see, now people don't have time, man. They've been in their training. They seeing that they doctrine full of holes.
Right.
They got one doctrine in the Old Testament about the Israelites and all these things, but in the New Testament, they follow the Christianity. Give me Proverbs 6:16. See, that's how they do. And then they get mad at you when you don't follow, when you're not a monkey like they are. You're not following. You're not listening, man. You're not going to dumb down yourself too? No. See, that's that word they hate, ain't it? No. As you be in the store with your children and they pick up something, no. Watch how they act. See, the parents, you can't really do nothing. You got to take them to the bathroom or the car. See, back in the day, my grandmother, you going to catch that. You going to catch that issue where you at.
That's right.
And when they say no the next time, you're going to just put it back and just keep standing. See, it's different now. Granny you'll catch that issue. She already got a hard day. She got to go, man, listen. She already dealing with a lot. Who needs a child that don't listen? But read this.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 16. These 6 things doth the Lord hate.
Listen at these 6 things. It's talking about the spirit of a wicked man and a wicked woman. Read.
Yea, 7 are an abomination.
7, men. You know, when you understand, when people are sowing divisions amongst friends and fellow believers, why the camps don't even communicate with each other? Why do the camps thinking they only way to get to salvation? Why do some camps thinking you got to go through their leader to get to Christ?
Yeah.
Why do some camps think that their leaders is second in charge, but they can't find a scripture to prove what they saying?
Bring it out.
Bring that up.
Read,
A proud look.
You got a lot of them, man, showing disdain to others, man. You got these cats, they put on their garment or something, they go out in that corner, they got proud looks, man. They got proud looks against other people that's in the truth. You got a camp that would go hang out with Islam, and you got a camp that go hang out with Kemet, but hate they people that wear fringes. Make it make sense. Read.
A lying tongue.
Hold up, a what?
A lying tongue.
You got these camps that doctrine, they speak falsehood. See, they speak falsehood. All nations can't be saved. Okay, so what are we supposed to do with these other nations if they don't know how to follow the Messiah? Why we not teach? See, they want to teach them how they're going to be slaves. See, they want to just keep them in bondage just like they in bondage. How can someone that's in bondage have a slave? He going to think just like a slave. But read.
and hands that shed innocent blood.
Violence against those who are defenseless, man. People don't know the scriptures. They destroy souls. That's what they out there doing on those corners. And proudly do it. Read.
A heart that deviseth wicked imagination.
Evil thoughts and hatred, man. That's what they're doing. That's what that whole movement is about. When you came in the truth, you had the same thing. White man.
That's right.
That's how a lot of y'all came into the truth. Y'all wasn't seeking truthful information.
Man.
Teach.
Y'all come in and just ate what they was feeding and didn't question nothing.
That's right.
That's what goes on. And then once you start seeing the light, the brothers that came in just following death, they leave because, I got to have something to do, man. I got to hate on somebody. And how many of these guys that probably wasn't with Becky before? They mad because Becky left them. That's what's going on. A lot of them envy Becky. But read.
Feet that be swift in running to mischief.
You got a lot of people eager to do evil, man. You see these camps, they out there fighting over where church was.
Man.
And people look up there, this is the camp of the God's army. No, that's the devil's army. But see, the Messiah gonna raise him up to destroy him, show his power. That's what y'all getting ready to see. But read.
A false witness that speaketh lies.
Giving false testimonies, man. Giving false doctrines. False informations. False instruction. Y'all don't know these spirits in these brothers because maybe y'all see them as somebody. How can you see them on YouTube and prove them as a friend? Read.
And he that soweth discord among brethren.
Hold up. So is discords amongst brothers. Ox said the same thing last night. Sowing discords. Causing strife, confliction. And they do it amongst our whole nation. You're going into my cotton field. You don't even know how to grow cotton.
Man. That part.
Don't. See, here we learning these things, man. See, these things we learning how to cultivate the land. Let me tell you something. It's a learning and process.
That's right.
We wasn't able to go out there and have a garden looking like beautiful. My grandmother could do it. My granddaddy can do it. But see, it slowly died out. Walmart's came in. It became our garden. Isaiah 29:8. It became our garden. Walmart's in there with the rotten food. And Whole Food got the same thing. Don't think you go to Whole Food and get some good food, man. They got some good things. See, I was over there questioning them about that glass. That I think it was about a 2.5 gallon water. That's what I'm finna get. I'm finna go get me about 4 of them. And go down here. I'm gonna get the information from Shem. They got this free water. You go down there and fill your bottles up. And I'm going to give me one of the things like in the kitchen, put it on top, and save a lot of money. Because one thing I learned this from the cows. I was out there, cow come running past me. I'm like, where is he in a hurry to get to it? It's fenced off. Ain't like he got a bar back there. He going back there to get some water. You can learn from just watch nature and you'll learn.
That's right.
Read up.
Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge?
Whom shall he teach knowledge? The proud? The ones swift to run to evil? The ones that got hatred in their system? Read.
And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
Whom? You're going to have to be someone in a relationship. See, most marriage lasts forever, the ones that ain't had problems in the beginning. See, you want something to last forever? Everybody got to be 100. Read.
Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
See, some of y'all don't understand. Some of these brothers running around on them corner, they still on the breast. Some of them, they don't even know how to, the elder don't even know how to burp them. They just running around there full of gas. I'm just telling y'all the truth. still in there on that lie, man. Yeah, man, you know. Deuteronomy 28:68, we came over here on ships. But Elder, you never showed us a ship. You never gave me a precept to Deuteronomy 28. Hey, get him out of here. Read.
For precept must be upon precept.
See, this is how you get the Bible, man. This is how you understand the Bible. Where is their precept?
Yeah.
See, they'll read this scripture to some Christianity people, but they won't do it to their own congregation.
That's right.
Read.
Precept upon precept.
Read on.
Line upon line.
Keep reading.
Line upon line. Here a little and there a little.
Here a little and there a little. Read.
For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people.
He said with stammering lips and another tongue. He said that other tongue is going to be speaking the truth. It ain't because it was translated. King James had the Bible translated. This Bible was translated in 1560. All false information. But read.
To whom he said, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest.
How they going to rest, man, if they been fed lies? See, once you understand where we going, we talk to the congregation, we try to tell, we try to get people's involved. So you got to be involved in the church, man. That's the one thing. You come to the church, you can't just come in here and go home. You got to be actively involved. You got to be showing up, man. This thing here going to help you. This helps you out because guess what the church represents? The garden, don't it?
Bring it out.
A lot of you don't understand that. See, some of you don't even want to go to the garden. That's how I really started learning the Bible. These things are parallel, these are similitudes. But read.
And this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear.
See, this is the refreshing. But a lot of you don't want to hear the truth. You had these Israelites like Kermit out here, man. No, man, that's just not right. There was a ship. The good ship Jesus. They just gave you a name, idiot. You never even seen the ship. It's invisible. They don't even have a painting of it, but you believe in it. That's how powerful a lie is. Read.
But the word of the Lord was unto them precept upon precept.
See, the word of the Lord is going to be precept upon precept. Read.
Precept upon precept.
Read on.
Line upon line. Line upon line. Here a little and there a little. That they might go and fall backward and be broken and snared and taken.
See, every step that we doing, man, in here is to build your spirits up. Every step that we doing in here to prepare you to be a man, to be a husband, to be a wife. You know, some sisters come in here with their husband, they ruling over their husband. They don't like that. That's why they have to go. They don't want the beta male in there, the mouse in the house acting like a man.
So long.
Cause y'all have to understand, our sisters are in power right now. They don't want to relinquish that. You have to understand that a woman, man, her beauty is to her husband, you know, and to her children's, man, and not to this world.
That's right.
Teach.
Thanks.
And that husband, his beauty is being a man of the house.
Come on.
Keeping things in order, tidying up the little things in the house, making sure the children, making sure the wife.
Yeah.
But see, we done been out of order so long, people come in the truth and want to be still out of order. Give me letter 1, the church. We're going to find out what this church is about. We're going to find out what the church and the ship is about. See, some of you on that spiritual journey. You ready, Matthias?
Yeah, I was just waiting on.
Go ahead.
The church as a ship, a timeless image for salvation.
See, just like the flood, the water, it went all the way to John, didn't it? See, some of this, I'm going to show y'all. It's go over your head. But it was a flood back then. See, they believe in all these fantasies and all these things that their enemy pumped in their blood system. See, you never know when a snake bites you, what happens? You start going crazy. You know, your organs start shutting down. See, your whole system is shut down, and the Lord is trying to revive you with the right ointment, with the right medicine. But some of you want to stay shut down because you don't want to come back to life. You want to still walk around here dead. Read on,
The image of the church as a ship has been a powerful and symbol of our journey toward salvation.
This is what we're talking about here. Why was Christ in them at all the time? In ships, wasn't he? They was in the church. They was trying to revive the nation. You literally think he was out on the water teaching people on the land? People on the land, what, they on dry land? He trying to give them the water. Read.
Rooted in sacred scripture and the writings of the church fathers. This imagery conveys the church role as a safe vessel amidst the storms of the world.
Hold up. What does this ship represent? See, you can be on that crooked ship or you're going to be on this righteous ship. See, it's a safe vessel, man, for you to deal with the storms. What's the storms of the world? The lies, the deceit, man.
Teach.
Bring it out.
Everything bad. But read.
Guiding the faithful toward the shores of eternal life.
Hold on, guide them towards what?
Eternal life.
Guide them towards them shores for eternal life. Read.
The foundation of this image can be found in the Old Testament with Noah's Ark.
See, Noah's Ark was about that church, man. Only 8 was really believed and was saved. The rest of them, man, they walked around dead. Man, it was a John that grabbed hold of the ship and he held on for 40 days and 40 nights and I guess he just drank water. Stupidity, man. Read.
The ark preserved Noah and his family from the flood.
See, from the flood. What flood? The water? What's the water rising that high? See, a lot of you really don't take no time to get into your Bible. See, I can't go into this. It's going to take class too long. But read.
So too does the church safeguard believers from the dangers of sin and spiritual destruction. The ark, built according to the Messiah's command, prefigures the church, which the Messiah himself established for the salvation of souls.
Keep reading.
In the New Testament, we see the Messiah calming the storm while the disciples tremble in a boat on the Sea of Galilee. This passage is often interpreted as an allegory for the church.
Hold up. We so brainwashed, man, we believe what we reading, man, because we that's where they taught us in school to think.
That's right.
What's your vows? See, some of y'all are really good at this. I'm not. I was in school like this. Listen, man, let me just drop a contract. I don't need to come here. Y'all can just give me whatever, a D for every year. Let me just go out in the world and live, man. Give me some life. I'm tired of this death. To be in here forced to learn things that you don't use once you leave. Read on, Knock.
Though the storms of persecution and error may rage, the Messiah remains at the helm, ensuring that his church is never truly in danger.
Woo, read.
Likewise, Peter's attempt to walk on water serves as a reminder that faith in Messiah kept us afloat.
Hold on, what do we walking on water keeps us where?
Keeps us afloat.
Keep reading.
While doubt and fear leads to sinking.
Hold up, they start going back into the world again. Read.
Falling away in their faith.
Come on, keep more. Let's get more. The bark of Peter. Let's go, man.
The church as the bark of Peter.
Go back one more. All right.
One of the most enduring expressions of this imagery is the concept of the church as the bark of Peter. Just as the Messiah entrusted Peter with the keys, knowledge of the truth, to the kingdom and leadership of his flock, so too is the church depicted as a ship steered by the successors of Peter.
Keep reading.
Despite the tempest of heresy, division, and eternal threats, the church remains steady, navigating the faithful toward the eternal kingdom.
Keep reading.
The structure of many early churches even reflected this nautical imagery. The main body of a church building, called the nave, meaning ship, emphasizing that the church is a vessel carrying the faithful toward salvation.
Keep reading.
Navigating the storm of the world. Throughout history, the church has faced challenges, persecution, doctrinal confusion, and cultural shifts. Yet, like a well-built ship, she endures, not because of human strength, but because of the Messiah's promise. And behold, I am with you always unto the end of the world. As members of the church, we are called to remain faithful sailors aboard this sacred vessel. Through prayer, reception of the sacraments, and obedience to the church's teaching, we remain securely within the ship that the Messiah himself has set on course. Though storms may come, we trust in the one who commands the wind and the sea.
That's the word, man, and the truth. And the peoples. In here, you're going to get that knowledge you need. But is you going to accept it? Or you going to drink the cup of the Lord, or you going to keep drinking the cup of the devil?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Teach.
Give me Deuteronomy 28:68. It's all it is, man. Which cup you want to drink? See, you want to drink the cup of lies, man? The cup of lies make you feel good because you can relate to something. The cup of truth, man, it's hard sometimes to digest because you feel lost. But that's why I try to tell y'all, study to show yourself approved. A lot of times y'all burn it doing dumb things. Utilize your time, man. It is so important. You brothers are supposed to be disciples, man. You're supposed to be stepping up. But read this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord shall bring thee. Where is he going to bring us? What did he warn us about? When you go to verse 15. There's going to be separation from Yah's presence and his blessing due to disobedience. What does Egypt mean? What's that land mass called Egypt, or is this just a word in the Bible that stands for bondage? Because that land mass was called Kemet. That's Egypt, man. We got to go back to Egypt where we was kings. Man, they were treating people over there like dirt. These pharaohs was a bunch of sodomites, man, incest in the families. And then you had the Edomites took over after a certain dynasty. And what these ships mean, we've been on a journey, man, through these churches and their doctrine and their false information for generations.
Yeah.
We've been on that journey, man, so where some of us lost our lives, man, because we chose not to examine and seek truth. And it's hard, man, when you don't. Let me tell you something. That internet is their lethal weapon that they didn't understand what they were creating.
Right.
See, they thought they was creating to continue to indoctrinate and to control, just like you had MySpace. Then what they do? I was like, why are people leaving MySpace for Facebook? You can only have 5,000 friends. MySpace, you can have 100 million. We have to control them. See, they run programs on us. Now you got TikTok. They do the same thing as Facebook. You got Instagram. They do the same thing as Facebook and YouTube and all the other ones. Keeping information out. See, when you first got on YouTube, you can find all kind of garbage. The flat earthers, a lot of them, the flat earthers. Who cares? Is that going to get you to the kingdom? And if you don't know and study and go do your own work, a lot of them flat earthers was a bunch of dope heads. Just telling you the truth. You got what else? You had all kind of things on YouTube. The Illuminati. You see, they don't see now you turn your YouTube on, man, they give you generic every day, all day.
Yeah.
It's a fight. But read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
What did he tell us in Deuteronomy 28:15 through 67? Why? Because we hard-headed, man. This is what Deuteronomy was talking about, our disobedience, man. This was what's going to happen to us. He was going to send us on another journey, man. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
What have we not seen, man? We're going to be returning to despair and a loss of your blessing, man. That's what we're not going to see no more, man. We're not going to see happiness and joy and peace no more. When have we had this? A lot of you don't really sit down and think about this. You want to make this into a ship. But read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Hold up. We're going to be sold. Was we sold into sin? Did we not sell ourselves? So they won't pull that precept. I'm going to show you. We sold ourselves because we love to go be wicked. We love to go do things we shouldn't do. Just like when we at the club, we love to go to the club. We like to do things that entertains the flesh.
That's right.
To be enslaved, to be sold is to be enslaved to sin and a complete lack of control of your own life and destiny.
right.
Are we in control of anything? Read.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
Bondmen and bondwomen means servants to sin to a sinful system. It ain't talking about a slave. It ain't talking about we shall overcome. Read.
And no man shall buy you.
No man is going to redeem us. No man is going to bring us out of this. No man is going to save us. But the Messiah. That's why we awaken here today. Give me this first video. For you Israelites, that's scholars in America that ain't never left out your city, out your zip code, we're going to go to Africa, man, and hear the Africans tell us what they know. Play this first video.
So,
Hold up. This is an Ethiopian man. Play it.
have you ever known about any slave trade? Have you been taught about slave trade?
Slave means like
slavery, like slave ships? No. Like the slave trade. Have you heard about the slave trade? You've never heard of the slave trade in Ethiopia? No. So you've never heard about a bunch of Africans that got taken from America? No. You never with here in America.
Hold up. But you got these Negroes running around on here in these corners, man. They know everything, don't they? That's showing you how indoctrinated they are. Give me the next video. So we just come out of Ethiopia. Let's go listen to another one right here. Probably driving a cab. Play it.
Africa. Have you ever heard anything about the transatlantic slave trade when you was in Africa? Okay, did you hear about it when you came to America? Okay, so when you got to America, that's when you heard about it. But before America, you never heard about it. Okay.
Let's get the next video.
The African American story until I got to America. And found out.
That's true.
Right? I did not know anything about slavery.
And white people, that's slavery. I ain't even mad at y'all about that. For real. You know what I'm saying? Black people, we be f***ing with y'all about this. Because ain't a brother or sister in this room that has been a slave. We ain't none of us picked no cotton. We wouldn't have known about it if y'all hadn't have made the movie.
Bam! Now we got all these Africans all coming from Africa. No books, no movies, no history. But we got it here in America. Come on, man. Letter 2. I think I already read that one and no history. We're good on that. Give me Jeremiah 16:19. Keep going. So you got to destroy their foundations. So you got to destroy everything that they believe in. But they're not going to accept. No, man. They don't know, man. Nobody, you didn't know. They don't. Come on, man. They don't nobody from Africa know nothing about no slave trade, man. Only here in America. Read this out.
Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 19. O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction.
The trials of one fate. Read.
The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies.
Hold on. What have they inherited?
Inherited lies.
Passed down false belief and empty practice as idolatry that have no truth to it, man. They don't pass down lies. This lie didn't really start. Matter of fact, I got one more video. Let's see that black video. The one, yeah. Listen at this.
Growing up, to call a person of color, like myself or others, black, was considered derogatory. That's just a fact. You know, you call somebody black, those were fighting words. Those were fighting words.
See, this just don't changed over 50s and 60s and in the early 1900s. That's when all the false information started. That's when the indoctrination started. See, they didn't even call each other black. That was a fighting word back then. But we're going to believe the peoples of the day, man. The people that wasn't back there. Whew. Finish reading,
Vanity and things wherein there is no profit.
Worthless and worldly persuasions, man. What profit is that to keep thinking we was a slave on a ship? Yeah, we in bondage for lack of information. They don't feed us anything. Give me Deuteronomy. Give me Exodus 20 and 2 now. Exodus 20 and 2. We're going to deal with bondage. Read this right quick,
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God.
He say, signifying his identity and authorities and relationship with his peoples. Read.
Which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Have delivered us from being a servant to sin and worldly influence. That's all this is talking about. This ain't talking about we was out there building pyramids, man. We got to get out of all this nonsense, man. That's why you can't find no proof of these things. The pyramids probably was built way before that time. But we love to be filled with unhelpful information. Let's go to this video right here. We got it broken down, man, because I can't go through it. I asked y'all to go watch them. But let's see the first minute and 45 seconds. Then we'll go to the next one. See, it never happened. Look at here, man. Pause it. That's all they give us. Where was the... Man, listen, this is ridiculous. Where was the kitchen? Where was the bowls they ate out of? Where was the spoons, the forks? What they ate with their hands? Keep playing. This is one they push on us.
Historically, slavery is something that people inflict on others. Right? You don't, generally speaking, enslave people like yourself. Now, how those borders are drawn may change. You know, so if you go back to ancient Athens, for example, it would have been rare for an Athenian to enslave another Athenian ever. There's a kind of notion that you'll hear a lot of people
Hold on, one
say
more thing. So they came into Africa and they only got Israel. Matumbori and Kunta Kinte didn't come too. So they just went out here and they knew which person to pick. This is just stupidity. Go play it, man.
You know, Africans enslaved their own people. And in fact, they didn't.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
They didn't. They didn't.
In 2017, with the technology.
How many people been out there on the Atlantic Ocean? I ever seen the Atlantic Ocean? Y'all know how choppy that water is out there? For you to be on a little ship, man. Them voyages was very careful and when they took place, man. You could not have a bunch of naked people on chains, man. It would have been mutiny, man. Once I would have seen, listen, you gotta go and take me out right here on shore. I'm not finna get on that boat, man. I don't like water there. I don't like, I can stick my feet in it. I'm not finna get out there. You got sharks and all kind of things out there. But go ahead and play it.
We have now is very, very, very difficult.
I done ships handling this type of storm,
400, 500 years ago in the
you have to know when to travel.
Thousands upon thousands on top of each other and bringing us over, it's just not feasible. It just doesn't make any sense. So what better way to lie to us?
Man, that Atlantic Ocean is choppy. I've seen it. I'm talking about, man, it's scary. You talking about you coming up on the ship deck and this all you seen. Listen, man, somebody got to take a L today. I don't care which crew member it is. Somebody gonna take a L. Listen, turn this thing back and let me off. I don't care. Somebody gonna have to take a L, man, if it's the captain. This is just too much for you to see when you ain't used to it. So they just bring people's cross here. That's some scary stuff right there, man. It makes me nervous to go get on one of them cruise liners.
Facts.
Play this next one.
It's an old French word that is defined as a portrayal
in picture or a representation in words, a portrait. What is also very important to note here is that by creating a portrait or a portrayal of a depiction, it does not have to be accurate. It is just meant to show a generalized likeness or an idea of something by way of imagination that is agreed upon. There were no official slave ships, nor were there any ships created for the intended purpose to carry only slaves. These depictions that were mysteriously given to us about these ships manipulated the mind into believing that there were actual slave ships that existed, when in reality, there is no hard evidence.
Pause. Is that all the water they got right there at the back? Come on, man. You're going to run out of water in 2 days, man. Go ahead and play, man.
This heavily campaigned theory. In fact, you will not find any colonial documentation that would use the term slave ship to describe their passenger ships.
That's what I'm telling you.
Merchant vessels or warships. This means that these stories of slave ships are contradicting themselves, because these ships were actually wooden sailboats that did not include utilitarian motors as a convenience. These motorless sailboats were originally known as rowboats. 1500s and the 1800s, these rowboats were used for many things, like trading goods, or for the transportation of goods, exploration, pirateering, and of course, immigration. But just not those stories of immigration that most of you are
Pause.
accustomed
Does that look like a slave ship or something modern? This is what y'all don't be getting, man. They'll take this and eat it up.
That's right.
They even got an extra ship, a little boat on there. See, I'd have been the only one on there just stroking back to where I came from. But play it on.
That's it. I'm gonna go to the next one.
Okay. I just want you to listen to this medical field thing. Play this.
About the transatlantic slavery story that they told us, starting in middle school, and they told us that we were slaves, and you know,
There go that image.
we came over here in the bottom of a slave ship, and we was primitive type people, and they civilized us, and you know, as though we owed them something, you know, because they claim they civilized us, but now we finding out it was the other way around, you know. But this is what they told us. We was naked, swinging from trees, and they civilized us and turned us into human beings, you know. And we finding out it's nothing but a bald-faced lie.
Everybody waking up to this except the Israelites.
That's right.
Bring it out.
And I'm sorry, I'm driving too. And the story that they told us, and one thing I don't understand is how, unless, I don't know how the scholars, these so-called scholars, couldn't figure this shit out. We got many people in the healthcare field that could have looked at this story that they told us and said, no, that couldn't have happened. But nobody said anything about this story and critiqued this story and say, no, something is off about this story. Because listen, they told us that we came over here in the bottom of a boat. They didn't tell us it was a 3-month journey. We thinking that it was a couple-day journey. You know, it was a 3 to 4 month journey. And they say they had us packed like sardines. We didn't move for 3 months, but now they saying that they let some of us come up and they rotated us out, whatever. So they claiming they had us packed like sardines in the bottom of a boat. So we pissing and we defecating on each other. Okay. A 3-month journey. And let me tell you, I used to, and she fell at home and she then she had a bowel movement. And she had to sit there for 3 days. After the third day, somebody found her. And she had an unstageable pressure ulcer, meaning that it went through the epidermis, the dermis, and the hypodermis. It's a very stormy ocean. So my thing is, how did you all cook all this food for them 300 to 400 slaves? That's what I want to know. How did you, by the Atlantic Ocean being a salt lake, okay, how did you supply water for 3 months? See, all of this needs to be explained. And see, this is what people do. These so-called Pan-African people. What they do is, they get on the airplane, go to Africa, show us where they kept the slaves before the slaves came to America. But none of you ain't never took that journey. See, when you talking to me makes sense. Because you ain't never took that journey on that
Pause it. Where did they get all these rocks from? Is this just the movies exaggerating some? Now, what would they be doing with all these rocks when they need food and water? See, you got to understand, catch them in their lives, but go ahead and play it.
Like they claiming our ancestors did, but you want us to believe the story and not question it. First of all, infection would have set up right away because they would have had pressure ulcers all over their body. Okay, you had no antibiotics to cure the infection. Okay, they was probably eating shit, so they probably had E. coli. All of these is deadly if they're not treated. But you're gonna tell me that these black people, they wouldn't have survived 2 weeks in that boat like that.
Be mad at me, man. You got one more?
Yeah, this was the last one, right?
Okay, it's about a minute.
Wanna go ahead and play?
Yeah.
Cultivated this website.
The slavevoyages.org website has now completed 10 years of successful operation.
Pause it. So this is where they're getting their information from. This is where they're getting 10 years. Why they had this up many years ago? This is where you're getting all your information from liars. Go ahead and play it.
On 4 decades of archival research on 5 continents.
Hold up. Pause it. Why don't these continents know anything about these slave trades?
Bring it out.
Go ahead and play it.
And computer processing costs, and with major funding from the National Endowment for the Humanities and the UK's Arts and Humanities Research.
These are the people funding these lies.
Offers access.
That's all they telling you. Keep playing.
More than 36,000 slave trading voyages between Africa and the New World. A further 11,400 voyages.
We got to have one ship, don't we?
To another part of the Americas, and 92,000.
Hold up, pause it. It say 92,000 Africans who were forced to make these voyages. You got 36,000 trips and only 92,000 people. See, let me tell you something. You researching, you digging, it's so much misinformation. It's so much thing. You keep running to roadblocks because you can't find it. Because if you're looking for it, they block. They ain't got nothing. They ain't got no scholars. They ain't got no books. Play on.
Who were forced to make these voyages.
Now wait.
Let's go to Jeremiah 42:13. See, the problem is our brothers and sisters out there sick. They don't know they're sick. See, a lot of times when I'm telling you people sick, that don't mean that they got the flu. See, some people are just sick with knowledge, with a lack of knowledge. Some people are sick, man, with lies and deceit in their heads. This is what the sick. This is the worst sickness on the planet, because these people that are sick like this can't help somebody else out. But read this.
Jeremiah chapter 42 and verse 13. But if ye say, we will not dwell in this land, neither obeyed the voice of the Lord your God.
Read on.
Saying, no, but we will go into the land of Egypt.
Hold up. They go where?
Go into the land of Egypt.
Hold up. Is they saying they're going to just go in there? They was going to be returning to bondage, man. Turning to worldly solutions and seeking false security and backsliding from Yah. This is what they're saying. So when people don't understand you in the church and you choose not to stay in the church, this is what you're saying. I'm going back to my bondage. It was better for me.
Bring it out.
Teach.
This is what they're saying. They're not saying you stand in here and fight. You got people that's helping you fight. You stick around out there in that world, nobody gonna help you fight. They're gonna enjoy your death. Read.
Where we shall see no war.
We're not gonna see no war, man. We're not gonna see a state of perfect peace. They thinking they're gonna find peace. They thinking they're gonna find peace, harmony. See, most people get this false. Just like this state fair, man. You go in there, they raping people. And you got people running right back to it. How many times you gonna repeat being a dummy? Read.
Nor hear the sound of the trumpet.
Spiritual deafness from Yah's calling. They not gonna hear it. They not gonna hear it. Read.
Nor have hunger of bread.
No hunger of bread, man. Refuge and security in worldly comfort rather than trusting in Yah's promise, man. Read.
And there we will dwell.
They're choosing their own way, man. Rejecting Yah's promise and rejecting his promise and his protection. That's what people do willfully, man.
That's right.
They do these things willfully. They do these things willfully. Read.
And now, therefore, hear the word of the Lord.
See, the Lord always reminding us, man. Read.
Ye remnant of Judah.
Read on.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel. If ye wholly set your faces to enter into Egypt.
There we go again. They willingly refuse to obey Yah, man. And will sell themselves into bondage again. This is what they do. Willfully. People do it willfully. Read.
And go to sojourn there.
Go and sojourn there. Read.
Then it shall come to pass that the sword which ye feared.
Hold up. That word, them curses. They feared them curses, man. But some people's will go, man, and return, man, back to their own vomit again. Their old lifestyle, they don't change. A lot of people that I'm seeing in the building spiritually just don't change. Yeah. They can't accept changes. It's hard for people to accept these things. And what they do, they destroy themselves. Read.
Shall overtake you there in the land of Egypt.
These things are going to overtake you, man. They're going to overtake you, man. What are you going to do? See, a lot of people don't understand, man, going back. See, once you separate yourself from knowledge, that's why I try to challenge the sisters on getting a product, man. See, a lot of times when you got wasted time, when you're watching garbage TV, when you're just wasting your time, man, it's so important that you establish something. Keep your mind occupied, man, because a mind that is not occupied will go back into the drain again. Same thing for the brothers. Stay away from toys and playful things, man. It's time to step up and be a man. How you gonna have that castle when you used to just being in a one-room shack? Your mind have to expand. You can't accept the Lord and you staying the same. Read.
And the famine.
And the famine, the spiritual drought, man. The spiritual drought, and they hated Yah, in which they fear Yah's judgment, man. And when you overtaken in the land of Egypt, you're going to run into false information, false doctrine, man. Judgment and separation from Yah instead of deliverance, man. You're going to run back into all of these things again. You're going to run back into all of these problems that you came into. A lot of people awakened to the truth, went right back right back into the beast system.
That's right.
Read.
Whereof ye were afraid shall follow close after you there in Egypt, and there ye shall die.
You're going to spiritually die, man. You're going to spiritually die. Read.
So shall it be with all the men that set their faces to go into Egypt to sojourn there.
You want to go back into bondage? You want to lose your blessings, your joy, your peace? You want to be separated from the Messiah? Read.
They shall die by the sword.
They're going to die by what this word, man. They're going to die what is said through these curses. You seeing them out here, man. It's a shame that the people's out here, man, being slaughtered. It's sad, man, what I'm seeing. But read.
By the famine.
By the famine, man, read.
And by the pestilence.
More corruption, read.
And none of them shall remain or escape from the evil that I will bring upon them.
See, you thinking you going back, man. The Lord gonna bring that evil upon you, man. That's why you got to be a light, man. You got to be a light to try to save those ones you say you love. Because if you love them, you'll tell them the truth.
Right.
You're not going to let them sit there and rot in front of you. It's hard to be somewhere over kin folks in them house, down there frying the mess out of some boy. Y'all know that's going to kill you. You got to go. Okay, well. Just telling you, man. All of that, you don't even know what they making this alcohol out of now, man. We seen that they got different labels now, man. And when you got foreigners in there working, man, they might be serving you out of doo-doo kitchen. Y'all got to be careful, man. We need to be doing our own things. It's not hard to do these things. But what's the problem is? Slothful in the spirit. Read.
For thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel.
The God of Israel, read.
As mine anger and my fury have been poured forth upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem, so shall my fury be poured forth upon you, when ye shall enter into Egypt.
That we love. See, I thought we was going to just go over here on ships. We willfully go back into bondage, man. We willfully take that journey to nowhere. We willfully set ourselves up to be a servant. A servant is just a slave to another. Read.
And ye shall be an execration.
A curse, an abomination. Read.
And an astonishment.
An astonishment, man. You're being so bewildered, man, to be stuck and dumb. You're an astonishment, man. You don't even know, man, how these nations, you thinking they love them guys dunking basketball, they'll joke to them. They just for their entertainment. All that is the Roman Colosseum to the basketball and the football stadiums.
Right, yeah.
They go out there, and you ever see some of these guys, man, after they retire, they barely can walk. And all that little fool's gold is gone. Because you got so many different bugs and insects around you, man. They eating at you. Read.
And a curse.
And a curse, man. Vengeance on sinners. Read.
And a reproach.
And a reproach. Shame and disgrace. Read.
And ye shall see this place no more.
You're not going to see the temple of the Lord no more. Read.
The Lord had said concerning you, O ye remnants of Judah, go ye not into Egypt.
And what did it tell us to do?
Go ye not into Egypt.
That's how I said we were going to take that journey back into Egypt, man. They're acting like this only happened in the year of what? 1492? 1620? What about all this other time?
Bring it out.
Boy, I'm going to tell you something, man. That let you know something ain't right about these brothers, man. They just take the Bible and make it to what they want to make it to. They just skip all of this history.
Right.
Read.
Know certainly that I have admonished you this day.
I've counseled you. I've warned you. I've counseled you and warned you this day, but you still hard-headed. Read.
For you dissembled in your hearts.
You what?
You dissembled in your heart.
Acting with hypocrites, man, in deceit. Inwardly and outwardly appearing sincere. See, people can fool you quickly, man. They'll fool you with good conversation. You understand, when you're dealing with people, man, only believe 50% of what they say until you get that other check. Because that 50% you got may bounce. You got to know what you're dealing with when you're dealing with people walking outside in the spirit, not in spirit, man. But read.
When ye sent me unto the Lord your God, saying, pray for us unto the Lord our God, and according unto all that the Lord our God shall say, so declare unto us, and we will do it.
Keep reading.
And now I have this day declared it to you, but ye have not obeyed the voice of the Lord your God, nor anything for the which he had sent me unto you.
Keep reading.
Now therefore, know certainly that ye shall die by the sword.
You're going to die, man. You're going to be separated from the Messiah through the word. Read.
By the famine.
By the what?
By the famine.
No, you know when you're going to be in spiritual drought, you're not going to be able to find it. Read.
And by the pestilence.
The pestilence, man. You're gonna find nothing but around you but more corruption. People that are wicked. Man, I'm going to tell you something. Be careful. You know, it's good peoples out there, man, that just don't know. that probably won't bother you, but you got some evil peoples out there, man. And a lot of them are your relatives. I hate to tell you the truth. A lot of the break-ins, they be coming from people you know. And nobody just going to find your house. We're going to do something on coming out of space or something. We're going to pinpoint your house and go break in it. Somebody's house you break into, they going to make you break out. Read.
In the place whither ye desire to go and to sojourn.
You thinking of people, man? Give me this letter 3, man. See, Israelites were carried away into captivity. Is that the only place we was carried away? We were carried into America? Is this the... So, Israel ain't been chilling for a while, huh? We forget about all this history. Read this right quick.
The Israelites were carried away into captivity. The Assyrian captivity of the northern kingdom, Israel. After King Solomon's death, the kingdom split into two. The northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah.
Let me tell you about that northern kingdom, man. They didn't have one good king. That northern kingdom was wicked as hell, man. But read.
The northern kingdom was taken captive by the Assyrians in the 9th year of King Hosea's reign. The king of Assyria captured Israel's capital city, Samaria, and carried Israel away into Assyria.
Did they carry them in ships? Or was that just a journey that we own? See, we don't took this ship literally, man, as a boat, as a vessel. What's a ship? Just a vessel. But we'll take it and make it one thing. But read.
The Babylonian captivity of the southern kingdom, or Judah. The southern kingdom of Judah was taken into captivity by King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon. The KJV and other biblical accounts detail several waves or detachments of deportation for Judah. The first deportation occurred around 605 BC during the reign of King Jehoiakim.
Hold up. Is this what Deuteronomy is warning us about? We wanted to go back in Egypt because as long as we want to obey Yah's laws and commandments, we're going to have to take this spiritual journey back into Egypt again, man. A lot of these Israelites right now are still taking that journey into Egypt. They still in Egypt, man. They still in the bondage. But read.
Second deportation took place in 597 BC when King Nebuchadnezzar captured Jerusalem and exiled King Jehoiakim, his family, and many of the mighty men of valor.
So we seeing many times going into Egypt again with ships.
Yes, sir.
We taking that journey, man, to where we gonna be spiritually destroyed on these wicked ships of Tarshish. But read.
Third deportation. The final deportation occurred in 586 BC with the destruction of Jerusalem and the temple.
Keep reading.
After the Messiah's death, the final judgment.
The final, read.
The Roman conquest and the diaspora of the Israelites, a major event in Jews' history that led to the scattering of Jews and the destruction of the Second Temple in Jerusalem in 70 CE, represents the fulfillment of prophecies about the scattering of the Jews among the nations due to their rebellion against the Messiah's commandment.
We've been on these journeys, man, so long, man. We've been stuck, man, and now that the Lord is trying to wake us up, some of you just don't want to accept it, man. We have to spiritually change. Men have to be men, women have to be wives. We have to love each other. And these other nations are going to see these things that we are doing. What we dealing with these other camps, man. They are out here putting a black eye on this truth, man. Right. These guys are out here looking to be known, man. And I'm gonna show you this. That's not about the Lord's business. The Lord ain't out here for us to get popular in this wicked system, man. But read.
Roman conquest, Roman war, resulted in the Roman siege of Jerusalem, which ended with the destruction of the Second Temple and the city itself.
Keep reading.
Jews scattering. The Roman victory led to the large-scale displacement of Jews who were killed, enslaved, or forced to flee their homeland and scattered throughout the Roman Empire and beyond. This marked the beginning of the Jews' diaspora on a massive scale, following earlier scattering events like the Babylonian exile.
You understand these things? We've been on this ship, man. We've been on this journey a long time. Why? Because we hard-headed. See, what did the Bible speak about Judah, Israel? Plain. Jacob. He was a plane. We've been corrupted, man. We thinking we something, we ain't nothing. See, this system starts you out with little trophies and stuff. You know, start rewarding that flesh. And you'll be thinking you somebody. Killing yourself to be nobodies for their entertainment. Their entertainment is seeing death. Why are you thinking the rap game is death? Why are you thinking sports is death? All the steroids and all the stuff they use in their bodies. Why are you thinking everything about this thing leads to destruction? But we still want it. Revelations 8:8. We still want it. We still want it. We still want to go back out there, man, to be in them stadiums hollering, man, and they're in there raping people's in there, a hot dog, 10, 12, you eating some doo-doo. It gets on my nerve for people to thinking they're in there living lush. They big time. You sitting up in the nosebleeds. You can't even see the peoples. You'd be better off watching it at home. At least the camera gonna show you. Read.
Revelation chapter 8 and verse 8. And the second angel sounded.
The second angel, man. This was judgment against Israel, man. Widespread chaos and destruction. Read.
And as it were a great mountain.
A great mountain. Read.
Burning with fire.
Burning, man. Wicked nation with Yah divine wrath. This is Yah using these nations against us. And with fire, that's the destruction and the consequences of our sins. We don't care about these things, man. Why are you thinking you can see the police go and blow somebody's brain? Right now, they got license to kill.
Teach.
And who giving them license? Your God. Because they don't go to jail. They get put on desk duty. Be right back at another department. Read.
Was cast into the sea.
What?
Was cast into the sea.
When you understand these things, the befall of Israel, once we cast back amongst these other nations, man, we're going to be robbed of everything. We're going to be, everything we got, it's going to be taken. They don't took our identity and given it to somebody else, man. Everything about us has been taken. And now we're trying to reestablish ourselves, and the people don't want to do the work. Read.
And the third part of the sea became blood.
That's death and separation from Yah. Being, man, the beginning of sorrow, man. A nation falling into bondage. Give me that in Romans 8 and 22.
Bring it out.
We dealing with atrocities around here, man. And we don't want to step up. We got to start thinking, man. We got to fight. Read.
Romans chapter 8 and verse 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now.
We still going through it. Ain't nobody taking their feet off that gas. Now you get these foreigners over, man. Now they own all the chicken shacks.
Everything.
You go in there, man, you might be eating some chicken been refried 3 or 4 times. And the fries, refried. Brothers love it, man. I put some hot sauce on it, man. It's good. Brother brought some chicken about a month ago, man. I was like, what is this? We can't, after a while, we can't go to their establishment. They're serving death.
That's right.
And charging you for it too.
Thanks.
Read,
And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit.
Give us back to Revelation 8:9.
Revelation chapter 8 and verse 9. And the third part of the creature.
The third part of the creature, man. Look at us, man. I'm trying to see where I got myself. This is the third part of the creature. Catastrophic judgment, man. Read.
Which were in the sea.
Separated from Yah. Read.
And had life.
And had eternal life from it through the faith of Yah. Read.
Died.
Hold up, they what?
Died.
Spiritually death, man, being separated from Yah. Read.
And the third part of the ships.
Hold up, the third part of the ships, what?
Were destroyed.
These are the engines of the world and their world economy system. Give me that in 1 John 2 and 16.
Figure it out.
And you saying the third part was destroyed, man. These are us cut from Yah's blessing, man. We cut off, man. He's not going to help us until we repent. Read this right quick.
1 John chapter 2 and verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, And the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world.
We accept being in bondage, man. We accept being on the bottom. You see these guys, you see everybody in the hood got a pair of Jordans on, even the homeless peoples.
Man. That's right. Man.
Look at us, man. We've been an astonishment, a joke forever. And the third part of the ships, man, this the engine of their worldly economy, man. This is the system that thrives, that holds us back, man. We love being on that journey to nowhere. You see so many people, they'll come up, man, all of a sudden, it's just like a game, man. You rise and you're going to fall hard. But Revelation 18:17, we don't want to accept it.
Read out.
We don't want to accept it. Read this right quick.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 17. For in 1 hour,
This is y'all final judgment on Babylon. Read.
so great riches is come to naught.
So worldly, that worldly power and corruption, man. That ain't, see, we thinking money. See, that's what you think. What's the system based on? Keeping you in bondage. Keeping you on the bottom. This is why y'all have to step in and raise up faithful ones and believers. Read.
And every shipmaster,
this the elites that rules this world, man, that controls everything, controls the people thought, control everything about you. See, you're thinking this is somebody working on a ship, didn't you? Read.
and all the company in ships,
All the companies, these are all the countries and the communities and believers of this beast system, man. Read.
and sailors,
And what?
and sailors,
People who navigate their evil, man. People that sit up and put in power to control you. This place ain't for us, man. Read.
and as many as trade by sea.
Many that traded by sea, man, exchanging their souls for pleasure. That's all it is, man. Read.
Stood afar off,
Man. These are the ones separated from Yah. Read.
and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning.
These are the ones in anguish of these are their world leaders, man. The ones that keeping the suffering and the oppression on our people, man. They see this system crumbling. How did Brazil just get $26 million from America? You thinking they giving them money or they controlling everything in that country? They really want that oil. That's how they control you by the dollar. What they do, they send their spies and peoples in there and tear down your economy so they can control it. They can set up leaders. Madagascar leader just had to get out of the country. They were finna beat his head in, man. See, peoples are raising up. They tired of this, man. But see, the Israel, for some reason, we love being oppressed, man. We love being in a bad situation. We don't love coming together and building nothing, man. We want a savior, somebody gonna come pull us out of the rut, man, so we ain't got to do nothing.
That's right.
This is why it's on us. Read.
Saying, what city is like unto this great city?
This worldly system of power and idolatry. Read.
And they cast dust on their heads.
Deep mourning and grief. Read.
And cried.
And cried out for mercy and forgiveness. Read.
Weeping.
What was they doing?
Weeping.
Read on.
And wailing.
Facing their final judgment. Read.
Saying,
read on.
Alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships.
Hold up. This is talking people thinking they just moving merchandise, man. Global network of merchant traders, man, all benefiting from a corrupt system to control the peoples, to keep us on these journeys, man, to nowhere. Why are these ships everywhere? But read.
Wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness.
Costliness, man, rebellious against Yah. Read.
For in 1 hour is she made desolate.
Keep reading.
Rejoice over her, thou heavens.
These the spiritual ones. Read.
And ye holy apostles and prophets, for God hath avenged you on her.
That's the consequences of her sins, man. This place is going down. Everybody that ain't coming to Yah are gonna die here. You can tell them in them churches, ain't nobody sitting up in no kingdom. Ain't nobody took a spiritual heavenly journey, man. They need to get that dumbness out their head, man. That's how they control you. That's how they control your thoughts. You always see them on commercials. Take this medication if you're dealing with this. But let me tell you the bad part. It's got side effects. You might catch liver cancers. Your eye might pop out your head. You might can't control your poop anymore. But you can take this medication. And they always got the same people to sell it to you. Just like they tell you about buy this car stuff. Ice Cube and them. You can buy this car protection, but we're not going to protect you. We just want your money. 1 Peter 3:20. Boy, we stupid, man. We stupid. I ain't gonna lie to you. We'll trust an entertainer.
Bring it out.
Ice Cube, man. He was a killer. He was a cop killer. Now he's a cop. Ice-T, whatever they, Ice Cube, all of them the same ice. Read this.
1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 20. Which sometime were disobedient.
We always, man. We always. And that's when you say no. That's when they really come out. When you say no to them, they can't take that, man. No, you can't do this. No, you can't go there. What happened with these young children? They'll run up, they'll sneak out the house and parents find out on the news they dead somewhere. And a lot of them don't have fathers in them houses. You ever watch these television shows? You only see the mother. The absentee of fathers, man. Because the system has set the woman up to separate that man from that child. That's what they don't want. They don't want us being a family. That's why when you ride through every hood, it's nothing but drama and single baby mamas.
Bring it out. Teach.
Women say, you too hard on us. Got to be, because y'all the ones that hard-headed. But the men, they weak. They weak because they looking for flesh. That's why you'll see everything. Smoke Joe Camel cigarettes, but you got a naked woman sitting beside the cigarette pack. Every time he take a smoke, he seeing her. He just don't know he's seeing death. Go to a car show, our sister stripped naked in there. You seeing the same thing on Facebook now. That's right. But read.
When once the long suffering of God waited in the days of Noah.
Keep reading.
While the ark was preparing.
This ark, man, this y'all present amongst the peoples, the church was preparing. Y'all was patiently waiting on believers. Read.
Wherein few.
Read.
That is, 8 souls were saved by water.
They were saved by water. I thought it was coming out to drown them. Y'all didn't read that right, did you? They were saved by water. And what was that water? Get that in John 15:3. I don't know if you know or not, so I'm going to give it to you. Read this.
St. John chapter 15 and verse 3.
Read.
Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you.
See, now you are clean with the word. That's the water. Now you are clean. Your mind, your spirit, your thoughts, your ways, your actions. See, some of us, we still got stuff in our head, man, that's still holding us from being who we supposed to be. Give me Mark 4:1. Some of you are going to be great, but you got to get out your head. It starts with you getting out your... It's a long journey, man. It's a long journey. Read this right quick.
St. Mark chapter 4 and verse 1.
Read on.
And he began again to teach by the seaside.
This is the highway trade connecting different peoples and spreading the gospel, man. He was teaching by the seaside, by the highway of trade, connecting different peoples and spreading the gospel. Read.
And there was gathered unto him a great multitude.
Read on.
So that he entered into a ship.
He entered into a ship, a church, a vessel, salvations. Give me that in Acts 27:31. Paul, Peter and them. I hear our brothers be talking about these things. And I just be like, man, sometimes they don't know what they're saying. But they're saying spiritual things, but they ain't connected them yet. Let me get there, man. My elbow hurting. Read this right quick.
Acts chapter 27 and verse 31.
Listen at this. Read.
Paul said to the centurion, and to the soldier, except these abide in the ship.
Except they abide in faith, read.
He cannot be saved.
Why was they here in ships, man? You cannot be saved if you're not on that ship with Messiah, man, taking that spiritual journey.
Right.
Let's go back, man. Mark, man.
St. Mark, chapter 4 and verse 1. And he began again to teach by the seaside. And there was gathered unto him a great multitude, so that he entered into a ship.
Man, you got to have faith, man. You got to start having faith. Read.
And sat in the sea.
And sat in the sea represents Yah's power and authority, man. You can get that in your own self, Psalms 29 and 10. But read.
And the whole multitude was by the sea on the land.
They was by the sea on the land, man. This was the bridge between the old and new covenant, man. Let's get that in Isaiah 2 and 2. Isaiah 2 and 2. Read that when you get there.
Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountain.
Keep reading.
And shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
All nations. How do they not get this, man? It's like all nations are going to have to flow unto this. Read.
And many people shall go and say,
Read on.
Come ye, and let us go unto the mountain of the Lord.
Let's go into the government, that establishment, the leaders, the ministers. They're going to have to come to us. Read.
To the house of God of Jacob.
To the house of God of Jacob. Read.
And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Back to John, man, Mark, man. 4 and 2.
St. Mark, chapter 4 and verse 2. He taught them many things by parables.
Taught them many things, teaching them about the kingdom of God, man. This is the parable that he's teaching them, man. And these things are not going to be understood by everybody. Short stories. Read.
And said unto them in his doctrine.
In his doctrine, his teaching, in his spiritual truth, man. Give me Hebrews 6 and 19. Let's deal with the anchor. What is this anchor talking about? Is it talking about a ship? Is it talking about the anchor of hope? Read this right quick,
Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 19. Which hope we have as an anchor of the soul.
This is in Messiah, in a secure and steadfast fountain during the life storm, man. We have to have faith and hope in this spiritual journey. Read.
Both sure and steadfast.
Read on.
And which entereth into that within the veil.
This is the barrier between humanity and Yah having secured direct access to the Messiah. The anchor of hope is the Messiah, man. This whole ship, this journey we on. Let's get another one, man. Give me 1 Timothy 1 and 19. See, some of you going to go into the shipwreck. See, the boats are all through the Bible. But you know what? We ain't got nobody teaching us these things. We just teaching us that we was on a slave ship. Read this right quick.
1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 19. Holding faith.
Holding faith, read.
And a good conscience.
With a good conscience, read.
Which some, having put away concerning faith, have made shipwreck.
Had spiritual ruins, man. They lost their faith by rejecting Yah and their conscience and straying away from biblical truth. A lot of you find out you go into that shipwreck. Ships all through the Bible, man. They're not talking about no slave ship. Never have, never will. Give me James 3 and 4. Never have, never will. I don't care how they feel, man. And this is the problem we run into. Read this.
James chapter 3 and verse 4.
Read on.
Behold, also the ships.
This is the believer's life journey. Read.
Which though they be so great.
Yah powerful works. Read.
And are driven of fierce winds.
That's the lack of guidance and trust and doubt. Read.
Yet are they turned about with a very small helm.
Emphasizing the power to guide your actions for good. Read.
Whithersoever the governor listens.
His power and control to control the entire body and life and directions. These ships are all over the Bible. Is this a slave ship? We got to get out of there, man. Give me Judges 2 and 11. Judges 2 and 11. thou shalt see it no more. Why? Why are we not going to see? Because guess what? We hard-headed, man. We don't like to listen to nothing but what the television tell us, man. Read this right quick, God.
Judges chapter 2 and verse 11. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord.
Read on.
And served Baalim.
This is, see, some of them be in the building, but outside the building. Some of them watching, but still outside. Read.
And they forsook the Lord, God of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed other gods of the people that were round about them, and bowed themselves unto them, and provoked the Lord to anger.
Keep reading.
And they forsook the Lord, and served Baal and Ashtaroth. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he delivered them into the hands of spoilers that spoiled them, and he sold them into the hands of their enemies.
Hold up. He sold them. I thought we were sold. This is us by withdrawing his shield and protection, leaving us unable to resist our enemy's tricks, man. Read.
So that they could not any longer stand before their enemies.
We have no might, no power, man. We have no knowledge. We have no history. Give me Isaiah 52 and 3. See, we still on them ships, man, on here pinching each other. No love for each other. Read this,
Isaiah chapter 52 and verse 3. For thus said the Lord.
Read on.
Ye have sold yourselves for naught.
Hold up. What do they do every day?
Ye have sold yourselves for naught.
See, they don't read their Bible, man. They just precept dummies. We sell ourselves for nothing, man. We'll go out here and do dumb things and knowing that it's a consequence for what our action is. Read on.
And ye shall be redeemed without money.
Redeemed without money, man. Give me Romans 7 and 14. We do all these things to ourselves. We don't want to hold ourselves no accountability. We are entitled people that thinking we supposed to be gifted everything. Yeah. We thinking the Lord gonna crack the sky and come down here and save evil peoples and wicked people. That's not gonna happen. Read this,
Romans chapter 7 and verse 14.
Read on.
For we know that the law is spiritual.
Read on.
But I am carnal.
See, a lot of people don't know. They read their Bible. They try and live a fake Israelite life. Read.
Sold under sin.
A lot of you still be walking in your sinful ways, your thoughts. Give me Baruch, man, 4 and 6. I just want y'all to understand our destiny is in our own hand. But we'll choose to make excuses and do something. We'll choose to sit down and not hold ourselves accountable. You gotta hold your children accountable, don't you? Do you hold your wife accountable? Wife, do you hold your husband accountable? If he out doing something, you know, if you love him, you got to tell him the truth or seek counseling. You can't let your husband slip on that banana peel. And Joe, he always slipping down them stairs, man. Read.
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 6. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because he moved God to wrath. You were delivered unto the enemies. For you provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to God.
We do these things to ourselves, man. Give me Deuteronomy 28:48, man. Bondsman, I could have got your enemies, man. You can read that in Psalms 83 on your own. See, this is one of their street teaching. Where you get your drinking water from? I'm like, man, you get it from the city. Read this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48.
This is how we've been robbed and spoiled. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
See, we have to serve our enemy, man. We have to pay bills. We have to do all these other things. They taxing us. They tax you on your check. They tax you when you go in the store. They tax you when you pay this bill. They tax you when they pay that bill. See, we serving our enemy. And he's using monopoly money to control us. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
The Lord send them against us. Why? Because we disobedient, hard-headed, and stiff-necks. Read.
In hunger.
In hunger. What we need feeding? We need feeding knowledge of self or how to build self. We need to know who we are. But what he inundated us with fake history, fake slave ships, man. He's a teacher of lies, and he have a little truth mixed with lies, man. And we eat it, man, like that cucumber, man. We eat it like that stuff we ate right in Kemet. Read.
And in thirst.
You know, we want the water of life. He's given us the water of death. And when we thirsty, man, we yearning for Yah's righteousness and truth. He's not going to feed us none of this stuff, man. Everything is orchestrated, man, to keep us in bondage, to keep us on the bottom. And a lot of people, they happy to be on the bottom. They happy to be worried about if their electric going to get cut off, man. It's finna get cold. See, they don't think about these things. They're at the fair right now blowing that little $400-500 it costs to get up in there now. Read.
And in nakedness.
In nakedness, man. When we naked, what are we? We without the Messiah's covering. We in sin. We servants to sin when we naked. Read.
And in want of all things.
In want of all things, man. This is how you spoil and rob a people. If we want to now if we want drinking water, who we gotta go to? All right. We want food, where we gotta go? Right? We want shelter. We want a job. We want to go to school. Everything we gotta go to our enemy. And this is what's gonna be the outcome. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
We're gonna become servitude to him. Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Destroyed you spiritually. You have no connection with the Messiah now. You see so many people out here homeless, man. I'd be just like, man, homeless is becoming a new occupation or something, ain't it? You see these people, and they're young, they're getting younger and younger and younger. And they'll come up and ask you for $1 or $2. They got game too, watch them. I ran out of gas, I got a gas can. How long have you had that gas can in your hand? Gas your way on out my way, man. Give me Psalms 49:1. Yeah, they got game, man. They trying to get them drugs. Because most of them people can go out there, they can stand on that car. Now they be walking around barefooted on that hot concrete. I don't know how they do it, man. I'd be out there, feet blistered up like hell. Read this,
Psalms chapter 49 and verse 1. Hear this, all ye people, give ear, all ye inhabitants of the world.
Speaking to every nation, read.
Both low and high.
Read on.
Rich and poor together.
Keep reading.
My mouth shall speak of wisdom.
Wisdom, read.
And the meditation of my heart shall be of understanding.
Keep reading.
I will incline my ear to a parable. I will open my dark saying upon the heart.
Keep reading.
Wherefore should I fear in the days of evil, when the iniquity of my heels shall compass me about?
Keep reading.
They that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches.
All the evil things that they can think, read.
None of them can by any means redeem his brother.
Read on.
Nor give to God a ransom for him.
Keep reading.
For the redemption of their soul is precious.
Precious, read.
And it ceases forever.
Keep reading.
That he should still live forever and not see corruption.
Man, y'all better call on y'all Lord, man. And this thing here is too, man, when you thinking of negative things, put that on Christ. Call on Christ. When you got things in your head, man, you got, Christ, please take it off of me.
That's right.
That's all you got to do, man. I promise you. Take these things out for me, man. Pray about it every time you think about it. I don't care if you think about it 10 times. Say it 10 times. Take it off me. And after a while, it comes off you. See, you got to take back control of of who you are. But you got to use the Messiah. 1 Corinthians 6:20. We're coming on out. I had did another video about this a while back. I seen GMS take it, man. You Negroes gonna stay on spaceships, man, or whatever ships. You niggas, y'all on a spiritual journey to destruction. I didn't even know y'all still exist. You know, they be so much in sin, man. Read this.
1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 20. For ye are bought with a price.
Man, think about that. Through the sacrifice of the Messiah, man, read.
Therefore, glorify God in your body.
Read on.
And in your spirit.
Read on.
Which are God.
Which are what?
Which are God.
Listen now, he owns us, man.
Right. Yes, sir.
So, all the things that you're dealing with, call on him. You can't call on your friend, your cousin, your husband. Call on him. Take that opportunity to build yourself. Ephesians 1:7. take back control of your life. Read this.
Ephesians chapter 1 and verse 7. In whom we have redemption through his blood.
Through his life, read.
The forgiveness of sins.
Forgiveness of sin, read.
According to the riches of his grace.
The riches of his grace, man. All of these things, man, the Lord do for us. You know, the sad part is we don't want to do for us.
Man.
We want to sit around and have pity parties, man. Let me tell you something. You get past 50, you better enjoy every day. I be elbow hurt and I still be in there, man. I'm still happy, man. Give me Ray right quick, man. Still happy, man. I still be out there with the youngsters. I don't get on the court no more, but I'm telling you, man, you gotta come, you gotta wake up, man, when you got that joy, man. Enjoy it. When you got power over your spirit, because who got power over you right now? Sister.
That's right, man.
Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, man. This is one thing you're not gonna understand until you accept it. Read this right quick.
Titus chapter 2 and verse 14. Who gave himself for us, that he might redeem us from all iniquity, and purify unto himself a peculiar people, zealous of good works.
That's when you understand. When you don't overcome, man, you don't mind doing nothing for the church. Right. You don't mind sacrificing, man.
Bring it out.
Because your reward is going to be greater later.
That's right.
Even though we on this ship of journey, we got seamen, man, we got sailors, man, we got crew, we got all these peoples on this journey, man. Do we just get out there in the ocean, man, and there's only one person working the wheel, man? We should be all spiritual beings, man. We should all have that love and passion in our heart, man. Yes, we're going to go through things, man, but we got to understand that's a part of life.
Right.
We're going to go through things, man. You know how many times I don't fail and skint my knee and all these things? You know how many times you have to deal with the system? See, our sisters, y'all don't have to deal with them. See, when you're in them streets, man, you're thinking about tending life.
Right.
Think about some of the things that you probably don't have to deal with anymore, man. Put it on Christ. Call on the Messiah, man. Call on the Father. Ask him to take them things off your mind. You got more things to do, man. You got a lot of things to establish. Don't sit back, man, and waste away like the world is today. We got the Feast of Tabernacles coming up next week. Y'all gonna see me over by my tent. I'm gonna have a no trespassing sign for certain people. Every time you see my smoke, don't come over. You know, I'm telling you the truth. Listen, we out there. That's why we don't, man, listen. These brothers used to run, man. They putting up tents. They putting up tiki torches. People coming and just celebrating and going home. Now we put the emphasis on them. It's going to be beautiful, man. I can't wait. You see, we didn't even tell you. I told leadership, we didn't even know if the park was going to be open next week.
That's right.
So we had to sit on it. See, instead of coming in here telling y'all what I'm going to get, a bunch of nothing. Man, we can do this, we can do that, we can do this. Hey, shalom, y'all. I want to hear all that, man. Hey, what I did was,